BMW didn't make this 7th generation 5 Series any larger than the model it replaces. It's also up to, depending on trim, 137 pounds lighter than the 6th generation car, thanks to the use of magnesium and aluminum in the structure. That chassis is covered in bodywork that makes the 5 Series look like a slightly shrunken 7 Series, except that the 05's deeply creased shoulders attract our eyes up and away from the lower hockey stick, which is a good thing. The head and taillights are discreetly designed, with eye-catching LED lighting elements. From the driver's seat, the 2017 5 Series follows BMW's tradition of restraint. Simple round dials sit front and center. The inner quarter of those dials is part of an LCD cluster that mostly mimics the look of traditional gauges. Everything is canted slightly toward the driver, from the 10.25-inch screen atop the center stack to the buttons and dials that make up the climate and audio control interface. One demerit: all those buttons and dials are tiny and difficult to distinguish with a quick glance. Of course, the latest version of iDrive means anything you can do with a physical button can also be done using the car's electronic interface. For $52,195, the 2017 BMW 530i is powered by a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that puts out 248 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. An 8-speed automatic is geared to make the most out of those ponies, getting the engine into the meat of its power quickly from a dead stop. The run to 60 takes 6 seconds flat, which is quick enough. Passing power, on the other hand, can sometimes lag as the turbos spool up. Those wanting more grunt can step up to the 540i and its 3.0-liter turbocharged inline-6 for $57,445. That engine's 335 horsepower and 332 pounds-to-foot push the 5 Series to 60 in 4.9 seconds, and its additional displacement over the 530i makes it feel more responsive at highway speeds. All of those electronic packages work, but they mean the driving experience always feels a bit artificial in both the 530i and 540i. We weren't able to test a 5 Series model that didn't have all those gizmos, leaving us to wonder if the most rewarding model might be the one without electronic aids. In any case, enthusiasts may be more interested in the upcoming M550i xDrive, which will be quicker than the previous M5 thanks to its twin-turbo 4.4-liter V8 engine with 456 horsepower and 480 pounds-to-foot, or even the M5 that's sure to follow shortly behind. The 2017 BMW 5 Series also gets semi-autonomous drive modes. Active cruise control with stop and go, yes, that's actually what BMW calls it, does exactly what it sounds like, and it works from 0 to 130 miles per hour, thanks, Autobahn. Lane departure warning, active lane keeping assistant, and traffic jam assistant conspire to keep the car in its proper lane, unless the side collision avoidance system detects a car merging into you, in which case it will try to steer you out of danger. Fortunately, we never had to test that feature. We also never experienced the so-called evasion aid, which will help steer you around an unexpected obstacle in your path at speeds up to 100 miles per hour. In practice, you definitely don't ever want to take your hands off the steering wheel no matter what semi-autonomous tech the 2017 BMW 5 Series you're driving may have. We tested these systems repeatedly and found that they'll keep you in your lane under most conditions, but allow the car to veer from one side to the other more than we'd like, even when the road is straight, and fail outright in challenging situations. A BMW spokesperson told us to think of steering assist as a driver aid, not as any sort of autonomy. Still, the Drive Pilot tech used by Mercedes-Benz in the latest E-Class feels much more robust in practice. We prefer to drive ourselves, anyway, and it might not be fair to give BMW too big a demerit for a lackluster semi-autonomous driving experience because a BMW is supposed to be about the interaction between the driver and the car. But this is 2017, and a large swath of luxury car buyers are going to expect their brand new premium sedan to offer driver assistance aids, for better or for worse. And that's especially true when it doesn't come cheap. A fully loaded 5 Series with all the luxury and assistance packages can cost up near $100,000.